Salut tout le monde, bienvenue à cet après-match. Ben le fun! Les Alouettes remportent la demi-finale de l'Est 27-12 contre les Tiger Cats de Hamilton, ce qui veut dire que les Alouettes iront à Toronto samedi prochain pour affronter les Argos. Le gagnant va se rendre à Hamilton pour la Coupe Grey. Écoute, on a un avant-match absolument spécial pour vous autres. Écoute, il y a plein de joueurs qui vont passer. On va parler au coach, on va parler à plusieurs gars. Écoute, quel match, quelle performance de cette équipe. On va parler au demi-offensif. William Stanback pour commencer. Okay, I want to know, what's the feeling like when I know you're going to run, they know you're going to run, and you can still break off big runs to close out the game anyway?
Oh, it's an incredible feeling, especially when you know that, like you said, you know you're getting the ball, they know you're getting the ball, and they can't do nothing about it. And this is what we build our game around, just nothing but competition and nothing but grit. And we came out here and we did what we had to do.
Stanley, they made it a one-possession game. They took the ball from their own 6. They drive down the field a little bit, kick the field goal. Offense, you guys answer right back with the Jake Hardy touchdown. How big was that moment in the game to bury it?
Oh, it was huge for him especially. And we know what we were capable of doing. We just didn't settle for whatever they was giving us. We knew that we could execute, and we came out there, we called the right shots, and we hit them.
A lot of people are going to talk about the fact 0-7 against the Big Three. We heard all that.
Yeah.
The reality is, it's a new season. It's one win away from the Grey Cup. What's the mindset going into Toronto next weekend?
Just stay focused. We know what the outcome was last year, and we don't want to have that again. So we're going to definitely go out there with a game plan that's going to help us out throughout the whole entire game and just fight from the beginning to the end. That's all it is. We just got to make sure we punch them in the face like always.
If we count the preseason, and why the hell not, it's 5-0 against the Tiger Cats this year. Any last words for Hamilton on the way out?
Hey, I ain't got nothing to say.
You kept it classy.
We won.
Congratulations, Stanley. All the best. All right, William Stanback qui termine la rencontre avec 18 tentatives de course pour 95 verges. Et ce que je lui ai demandé, c'est, tu sais, moi et tout le monde dans les estrades savait qu'on allait courir le ballon en fin de match. Les Tiger Cats savaient qu'on allait courir le ballon en fin de match et ils ont quand même réussi à courir le ballon extrêmement bien en fin de match. Écoute, c'était pas facile pour courir le ballon ce soir, mais en fin de game, quand il fallait bien courir le ballon pour terminer la rencontre en force, les Alouettes l'ont fait. Ils ont été en mesure de le faire. OK, les joueurs rentrent dans le vestiaire bientôt. On va voir si on peut parler à une couple d'autres joueurs. On a, okay, stand back. Who else do we got here? All right, so we'll switch it over in English here. Look, I think the crazy thing right now, we just heard from Will Stanback, you're a win away from going to the Grey Cup. That's pretty much it. We'll talk to a bunch of players, but how about that? You know, William Stanback, who, when it came time to running the ball, when you needed to close out the game, William Stanback was there. The offensive line delivered, and the running back delivered in a big way. So, look, I think it's incredible. Est-ce qu'on peut, Fajardo, est-ce qu'on pourrait? Il est là. Okay, c'est vrai, you're back. Okay, so we'll be a little bit more patient. We'll get the players on. We'll get people on here. Can we try to coach right now? Can we get the coach right now? Tu veux essayer de coach? Oh yeah, c'est vrai. OK. Écoute. Les joueurs vont rentrer dans la chambre. The players are going to go into the locker room, and then we'll get them to come out and we'll talk to a bunch of guys because I'm sure you want to hear from a bunch of players. OK. Je vais passer en français, je m'excuse, c'est un moment très spécial. All right, so let's go with les deux acquisitions à la mi-saison, OK? Sean Lemon avec 2 sacs du corps ce soir, 2 si je ne me trompe pas. Anyway, c'était 2 sacs du corps pour Lemon, mais le match que Darnell Sankey a connu ce soir, oh my goodness, 8 plaqués défensifs, 2 sacs du corps, une interception qui a mené au toucher de Austin Mack juste avant la mi-temps. Écoute, toute une acquisition énorme comme acquisition Darnell Sankey et Sean Lemon. Et, on peut le mentionner, en début de saison, les ailiers défensifs partant des Alouettes étaient Jamal Davis, qui on a vu ce soir pour Hamilton, et Nick Usher, qui est à BC. En ce moment, careful. Non, je sais, mais fais attention. Là, tu changes pour Sean Lemon. Tu changes pour Sean Lemon et tu changes pour Lowell Uguak. Et ce soir, les ailiers défensifs étaient excellents. Les ailiers défensifs étaient incroyables. Lowell Uguak a rabattu une passe. Il s'est mis dans le visage de Matthew Shields sur deuxième essai à un certain point. Il a forcé un mauvais lancer de Shields et les Tiger Cats ont dû dégager. Il y avait plein de fois où ils ont été en mesure, lui a été en mesure d'arrêter la course. Écoute, c'est gros, là. C'est une grosse performance de Uguak, grosse performance de Sean Lemon qui a réussi, lors de la première mi-temps, il a réussi un sac du corps sur deuxième essai qui a forcé un dégagement, un botté de dégagement des Tiger Cats. Écoute, Darnell Sankey, qu'est-ce qu'on peut dire? Écoute, 8 plaqués défensifs, on a parlé, lui aussi, il a eu 2 sacs. C'est 2 joueurs qui n'ont pas, lui et Lemon, qui n'ont pas commencé la saison à Montréal. Ils sont arrivés à la mi-saison. Sankey est arrivé au mois de septembre. La dernière fois qu'on a joué contre les Argos, c'était son premier match. Et donc, tu sais, il a été en mesure de jouer, mais il n'était pas nécessairement, il n'a pas eu beaucoup de temps. Il n'a pas eu beaucoup de temps avec l'équipe avant de jouer cette game-là. Donc, c'est des morceaux en défense que tu n'avais pas la dernière fois que tu as affronté Toronto. Donc, écoute, félicitations à tout le monde. On va passer aux commentaires un peu fautes. Il y a tellement de commentaires qui rentrent. Mark, we can beat the Argos. Absolutely. Robert qui dit merci pour ce match. Quel plaisir de voir les Als performer. Michel, bravo. On vous aime les moineaux. Robert, félicitations, allez de Montréal, bravo, vous avez joué comme des champions, bravo. Québécoises et Québécois, fiers de notre équipe du Québec. Brad, great defensive effort throughout. Offense was sufficient and took what they were given. Alex, let's go. Robert, fantastic game from our mighty Alouettes. Nothing but respect. What else do we got? Chris Edwards is one sorry loser. You said it, not me. I thought it. The Alouettes, if I'm not mistaken, did not take a penalty until the end of the game. That's a very good point, Phil. I don't think they took a penalty till the end of the game. 1 down, 2 to go. Toronto, we're coming. Let's go, Owls, go. That's from Carl, who's in Maryland watching. A lot of go, Owls, go. Good job, les boys. Great game. Yes, anyway, si vous avez des questions, des commentaires, allez-y. Très belle victoire, mais attaque va devoir mieux. Écoute, la semaine prochaine, on se le cachera pas. Il faut être absolument parfait pour battre les Argos. Il faut être parfait. C'est sûr qu'il y avait un revirement, une interception de Cody. Un grand beau jour de France. Wow! Mais oui, tu sais, moi, il faut souligner le travail de l'attaque parce que on l'a mentionné un peu avec Stanback, mais un gros moment de ce match-là est venu lors du 4e quart. Tu sais, Hamilton réussit une interception à leur propre ligne de 6. Et là, ils ont connu une très bonne séquence à l'attaque. Ils ont réussi un placement. C'était un placement de 51 verges, si je ne me trompe pas. Mais tu sais, l'attaque est revenue en force avec une grosse séquence et Jake Hardy a marqué un touché. Je sais qu'il faut être plus efficace dans la zone payante, mais il faut souligner le fait qu'au moment les plus importants de cette rencontre, l'attaque a vraiment, vraiment bien performé ce soir. On peut regarder quelques stats en attaque. Fajardo, 15 en 23, 212 verges, 2 passes de toucher, 1 interception. C'est sûr, c'est pas des gros chiffres, mais si tu regardes Stanback, 18 courses, 95 verges. Cody Fajardo, 4 courses, 62 verges. Écoute, c'est une moyenne de 15,5 verges par course. Tu peux laisser ça sur la table si tu veux avancer. OK, parfait. Tyler Snead ce soir, 2 réceptions, 50 verges. Austin Mack, 3 réceptions, 46 verges, 1 touché. Tyson Philpott, 4 réceptions, 39 verges. Et Jake Hardy qui est dans l'alignement de partante ce soir, le receveur canadien, le vétéran, l'ancien des Dinos de l'Université de Calgary, mais Jake Hardy, 3 attrapés, 31 verges, 1 touché, le gros touché qui a donné une avance de 12 points aux Alouettes et en fin de compte, ça s'est terminé 27-12. Aussi, j'aimerais souligner le travail de David Côté sur les unités spéciales ce soir. Écoute, vous êtes nombreux à parler des placements ratés les dernières semaines. Il a manqué des matchs, il était blessé, mais tu reviens en force pour les séries éliminatoires. Et David Côté ce soir, 4-en-4, coupe de beauté de 40 verges. J'espère qu'on pourra parler à David parce que le coach a mentionné, Jason Moss avait mentionné hier que David Côté, qui a pratiqué avec l'équipe toute la semaine en passant, David Côté est venu 2 jours au stade Percival Molson ici pour pratiquer des bottées de placement. Donc, il a fait du temps supplémentaire avec... je ne sais même pas qui était là avec lui. Je ne sais pas si Zima et compagnie étaient là, mais David Côté a connu tout un match des bottées de placement importantes. Et David Côté était 4-en-4, 2-en-2 sur les tentatives, les extra points après les touchés. Donc, c'est ça. Le vestiaire est en train de s'ouvrir. On parlera à plusieurs joueurs. Les joueurs sortent en ce moment et on va continuer. Mais il faut souligner beaucoup de partisans étaient nerveux parce que on a affronté Hamilton 3 fois cette année. 3 fois, on les a battus 3 fois. Est-ce que c'est difficile de battre la même équipe 4 fois? Mais là, si tu regardes avec le match pré-saison, les Alouettes ont battu les Tiger Cats 5 fois. Les Alouettes ont battu le Rouge et Noir d'Ottawa 4 fois. C'est des choses qui sont pas hyper faciles à faire. Donc, tu sais, tout le monde se dit « Ah oui, mais c'est le Rouge et Noir, ils n'ont pas fait des séries éliminatoires. » Winnipeg ont perdu contre le Rouge et Noir cette année. Donc, n'importe qui peut battre n'importe qui dans cette ligue. Donc, il faut donner du crédit. Il faut donner du crédit aux gars parce que c'était vraiment beau. Oh, tout un guerrier qui s'en vient très solide ce soir sur les unités spéciales. Écoute, Alex, tu avais une coupe de plaqué qui était comme wow, qui a fait monter la foule. Juste parle-moi du ton et de l'énergie que les unités spéciales ont donné à l'équipe ce soir.
Je pense qu'en première demi, on a seté le ton, surtout avec des bons bottés, des bons retours. Donc, on donnait une bonne position de terrain aussi à l'attaque. Donc, c'est super positif. Puis après ça, être capable d'amener la foule aussi avec nous, aller chercher le momentum, avoir l'avantage du terrain, mais je pense que ça a été un point majeur là, de la partie.
Justement, on se parlait des Tiger Cats et du fait qu'on les a battus 3 fois cette année. C'est pas facile de battre une équipe 4 fois. Vous avez battu le Rouge et Noir 4 fois, les Tiger Cats 4 fois. Est-ce que c'est aussi compliqué qu'on disait avant la game? Évidemment, vous avez réussi, mais qu'est-ce que tu peux nous dire à affronter la même équipe 4 fois dans une année?
Bien, c'est sûr que c'est difficile. C'est pas parce qu'on l'a fait que c'est rendu facile, là, mais c'est qu'on connaît l'adversaire, mais eux autres aussi nous connaissent. Donc, tu sais, c'est être capable de réinventer ton livre de jeu sans trop aller à l'extravagance puis garder ton identité aussi. Donc, je crois que les entraîneurs ont eu un bon game plan là, pour être capable de rester dans notre système, mais d'aller chercher des alternatives là, au niveau des jeux pour surprendre l'adversaire.
OK, parle-moi finalement de David Côté. Tu sais, il a raté 2 placements la semaine dernière, là, pour un match de série, 4-en-4, avec les 2 extra points. Juste parle-moi de David, puis il est capable de bounce back.
Exactement. David, c'est la personne qu'on connaît. Il a un tempérament super calme. Au courant de ce processus-là, il n'a jamais été super stressé. Il est juste resté lui, puis il a continué à faire les choses qu'il a toujours faites, parce que c'est ça qui l'a amené jusqu'ici. Donc, tu sais, David, il est resté calme, il a fait ce qu'il avait à faire, puis il s'est présenté, puis on s'attendait à lui, à ce qu'il se présente, puis c'est exactement ça qu'il a fait.
Bon, j'imagine les experts vont parler du fait que vous étiez 0-7 contre les 3 meilleures équipes de la Ligue. C'est quoi le plan de match? C'est quoi le feeling, le momentum, pas le momentum, mais le feeling en allant à Toronto puis avoir la chance de vraiment les battre?
Bien, tu sais, c'est sûr que c'est un momentum. C'est les Eastern Finals, c'est la place où on a perdu l'année dernière. C'est cette équipe-là qui nous ont enlevé nos chances d'aller à la Coupe Grey l'année dernière. Donc, tu sais, c'est sûr qu'on a fini avec un goût amer. Avoir la chance de se représenter là, continuer notre série de victoires aussi. Là, on est rendu à 6 victoires de suite. Donc, tu sais, c'est de continuer ça, puis de garder le momentum, puis de continuer à travailler fort à chaque semaine.
Félicitations, Alex.
Merci beaucoup.
All right, Alex Gagné des Alouettes de Montréal. Let's go with number 81, Austin Mack, with the big touchdown grab in this game. Hey, 1 win away from the Grey Cup, 2 wins away from winning it all. Okay, you took the big shot in the middle of the field there. You bounced back on the very next drive. You ran a beautiful route. Cody hit you in stride. Just talk to me about that, about bouncing back, getting back up, picking yourself up, and scoring on that play.
Yeah, man, this was a physical football game, and that's what you expect, coming in here to the playoffs. You definitely took a tough hit over the middle. The docs upstairs wanted to take a look at me. Greg came in yelling, we got to pick, Mac, we got to get back out there. And I'm telling the doc, I'm like, I'm good, let's go. And he cleared me. Rest is history.
I thought it was targeting the head, but that's fine. You don't have to say it. I did. Okay, the big drive. I mean, Hamilton, you guys got into the red zone. You had the interception at the 6-yard line. Hamilton goes on a long drive. They settle for a field goal, but you guys came right back. It was a one-possession game. Cody finds Jake Hardy. It's 12, and that's sayonara. Game's over. How big was that drive for you guys? How much of a statement drive was that?
Absolutely huge. And I mean, coming into this game, I said specifically, the way we're going to beat this team is with the back end. We're going to have to attack that back end, and that's what we did. And it was great to see Hardy. Jake's been fighting all year, man, with injuries, and a vet guy, man, who's really just been there and been consistent. And so to see him going in there and being able to score, basically the closer touchdown, man, it was beautiful, man. So super excited for him. Shout out to Jake Hardy.
I know it's not easy to beat the same team 4 times in a year. I mean, you guys beat them in preseason too, so technically it was 5. But how challenging was that, and how good does that feel, especially when they do the things that they do all season long?
I mean, when you believe that you're a team like we are, nothing for us. You know what I mean? It's Hamilton at the end of the day. I felt like we were light years ahead of them. It was up to us to be able to execute at a high level, which we did, and you see it on the scoreboard.
You know what the storyline is going to be next week. It's going to be, Montreal 0-7 against the top 3 teams in the East. What do you say to the people that want to say that?
These are the games that matter. And regular season is regular season. This is a whole new season. You're going to have to play your best ball, and we're going to bring our best ball, and we're going to be freaking ready. So just know that, Joey.
Hey, listen, I'm ready to go right now, but I didn't play. So we'll give you the week, Austin. Congratulations on the win. Congratulations on the touchdown. We look forward to seeing you in Toronto and hopefully get to spend a week in Hamilton with you in lovely November.
Thank you, Joey.
All right, Austin Mack of the Montreal Alouettes. Il faut souligner quelque chose. Tu sais, Austin Mack, juste avant la mi-temps, il a pris le gros coup à la tête de Katz Antonis, le maraudeur des Tiger Cats. Le docteur est allé voir Mac et là, il a dit tout d'un coup, il avait dit qu'il a entendu que Sankey avait intercepté le ballon et que il dit « J'ai entendu, on avait le ballon ». Donc, il a couru sur le terrain et le prochain jeu, c'est un toucher de 30 verges, une passe parfaite de Cody Fajardo, mais un tracé excellent. Qu'on a vu de Austin Mack aussi. Et là, on a le numéro 35, Reggie Stubblefield, qui s'en vient. You coming on or what? You got 2 Reggies. Oh, hey, listen, we have room for 2 Reggies if you like. I'm good. All right, let's say what you got to say.
It's the real Reggie right here. He holding it down.
Yeah. Okay, before we get to Stubblefield and how he was robbed for Rookie of the Year, robbed.
That's crazy.
Okay, people have been asking me, my DMs are hit up, people asking about you, Reggie White Jr., and how you're feeling. We know that you had the big knee surgery at the end of last year. We know you've been practicing the last couple of weeks. Just give us a health update.
I'm feeling good, man. Just trying to get back in the groove of things so I can come back and be Reggie White Jr. again.
Okay, yeah. I like it. All right, let's go to this game. Reggie Stubblefield, Uno Stubblefield, who's got that big pass breakup. I mean, you saw it coming a mile away. I thought you were gonna bring it in, but
which one are you talking about?
The one that you brought. I mean, there was a couple, but the one where you stepped in front of Tim White and you just came in. You read it the whole way. But defensively, I thought the secondary and yourself, I thought you guys played pretty well tonight. There wasn't many breakdowns in coverage. Sutton had a knockdown ball. You had a couple knockdowns as well. Dequoy had the interception. I mean, you guys, Ento had a big pass breakup on Tim White as well. I mean, Tim White's a good receiver, one of the best receivers in the CFL. You guys kept him in check. How'd you do that?
Like we've been doing all year, play our type of football, play our brand of football, communicate, play fast, and we don't care who it is. I mean, Tim White, it can be anybody. I don't even think he had a catch. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. So, like, it don't matter who we play against, man. We're going to continue to strap up, play our brand of football, play Alouette football, and keep doing our thing.
How about setting the tone from, I mean, you guys had the forced fumble at the very beginning last week off the initial kickoff. You guys waited a couple plays in on defense to get this one, but how big was that to set it up? And, they did march a little bit up the field, but to get that turnover, I mean, the points off turnovers tonight were 8-3, I think. I think that made all the difference.
Yeah, it made a big difference. Man, they did drive a little bit early in the game on a couple drives, but we know we got a mentality of a bend, don't break, and we don't want to give up nothing in the red zone. So, man, it's just credit to our defense coordinator, credit to everybody, and just can't be more proud of them. You know what I mean? We know turnover's going to win the game, and I'm pretty sure we had the turnover margin. We won it. Yeah, so.
You did, big time. Not to say that you guys want to get run on, but was the game plan to maybe give them the run and make sure you take away explosive plays?
Nah,
at all?
Give them nothing. Yeah, always take away the explosives, though. We know it's hard for teams to try to win if we can't give them explosive plays, and then just play our good brand of football and stopping the run on first down. You know what I mean? Make it hard for them. So exactly what we did. I'm proud of the guys, and I know we can always get better once we look at the film.
Lastly, next week, Toronto, you know what the national media is going to say. Alouettes 0-7 against the top three teams in the league. What's your message for those people that are doubting, and what's your message? What's the mindset going into Toronto next weekend?
Another game, same preparation, turn it up another notch. I don't care about 0-7. That don't faze me, bug me at all. I'm not worried about that, man. I just know we finna go out there. This playoff football now. So our message is we here. We're going to keep playing hard and do our thing.
Congratulations, big dog. One win away from going to the Grey Cup. Have a good one. Have a good week. All right, Reggie Stubblefield, who's been outstanding, and there he is. Good to see you too. Yeah, good to see you in the flesh. That's right. Okay, Cody Fajardo. We talked about how lethal you can be using your legs. It was 4 rushes for 62 tonight. I really felt like that opened things up for you guys. How did you feel about the way you were able to run the ball tonight?
I think it was a huge difference tonight, right? It kept us on the field. It put us in red zone a couple opportunities, and it iced the game at the end of the game. So I thought the coaches did a great job of calling runs for me that were designed runs. There's a couple that were off script, but I felt like myself again. I felt like my college days, but this team, I'm so proud of them. The defense played incredible. They didn't give up one touchdown tonight. Yep. We had a red zone interception that could have flipped the entire game momentum-wise. Our defense stands on their head. They hold them to 3, and then we go down and we score on the next drive. So this team means business, and the one thing I'm extremely happy about is we get at least another week together, and but the job's not done, right? When we started this thing in training camp, we knew that we had a Grey Cup winning roster, and we just had to put it together.
Yesterday in the press conference, you talked about drawing from your experience. I mean, you won playoff games before. How much does that help in that situation? Because you're talking about, the red zone pick. They drive a little bit. You guys have to sit on the field and watch. But I thought that's a championship caliber drive when you come back and you finish it off by hitting Jake Hardy at the end there. How much does that experience in the playoffs lead you to not panic in that moment or get antsy?
Yeah, you're exactly right. That was exactly what I told myself when I came to the sideline was, I've been here before. We still had the lead. We have a great defense. And I said, as long as defense holds them to 3, man, I have no doubt in our mind that we're going to go down and score. And like you said, the experience that you can draw on in those situations doesn't put your mind in the gutter, doesn't make you think about bad thoughts. And so I'm just thankful to have that experience to draw upon and to be able to lead this team to a win. It's a huge win in front of our fans, a big way to reward our fans for having our back all throughout the entire season. And now the job's not finished. We got to go to Toronto and play the 16-2 Toronto Argonauts, but we're excited for the opportunity at hand.
Okay, before I ask you about the throw to Mac, the 30-yard touchdown, you mentioned to me, you played with Darnell Sankey before. He's the one who sets that up. I know you pushed for him to be here. It was 8 tackles tonight on defense. It was 2 quarterback sacks. It was an interception that directly led to 7 points on your throw. Just can you talk to me a little bit about Sankey, how well you know him, and just what he's brought to this defense?
He's an absolute game changer for us, and he walked into this locker room as a leader, but he didn't come in vocally. He came in and said, just watch what I do. Put his head down and worked, and then I think guys started to realize, hey, this guy's a pretty good player. And I knew it all along, and that's part of the reason I wanted to bring him him over here because I feel like you can always get better. But having a great guy like him, off the field, he's such an incredible person, and he's always so positive, and he's always so excited just to be in the building and around the guys. And so having him and adding him to this roster has really made a difference for this football team. And I'm just thankful that we're teammates again and that we're in the playoffs together, because last year we weren't in the playoffs together. And so that's one thing we told each other was, let's get to the playoffs together.
Okay, tell me about the throw to Mac. He had taken the big shot up high on the previous drive. First play, you hit him in stride. It's a great throw. It's a great route. Just tell me what you saw there.
Yeah, well, we were in a different personnel because Mac was in the locker room getting evaluated, and then he came out like it was a movie. Jogging on the field, and Coach Moss changed the play to that play, and they gave us man coverage low, and I just took a chance and gave him a ball, and he made the play, and that's what our receivers have done all year. Our receivers have been incredible when the ball gets in their hands, so I'm just extremely proud of those guys, and to have him come off the field with blood running down his face and catching a touchdown, that's heroic, and that's what this team's built on, is that blue-collar mentality.
You said it, the 16-2 Toronto Argonauts are coming up. Just what do you expect from next Saturday in the East Final?
It's going to be an exciting game, and if I look back at our past games, 2 of the 3 games came down to the wire, and that's what I expect, going into this game, and I think the guys are excited for that opportunity. Anytime you go 0-3 against a team, you're begging for another opportunity, and we did everything we could tonight in order to get that opportunity to go out there, and then at the end of the day, let the best team win.
What time is the Rough Guy Rider game time? I'm just kidding. Cody, thank you. Congratulations. We'll see you next week.
Thank you very much.
All right. Cody Fajardo of the Montreal Alouettes was kind enough to stop by. Very, very generous with his time. Écoute, Cody qui a parlé du fait que hier, c'est ça que j'ai mentionné hier pendant sa conférence de presse avec les médias, il avait mentionné que il y a de l'expérience dans les playoffs. C'est un gars qui a gagné la demi-finale de l'Ouest 2 fois comme partant à Regina. Donc, le fait qu'il est en mesure, il a parlé de l'interception qu'il a lancée dans la zone payante. Et il s'est dit, sur les lignes de côté, il s'est dit, mais j'ai de l'expérience, j'ai la grosse expérience, je panique pas, et on est là. Donc, it's the first one of the year. This must be a big game. Goodness gracious. Yeah, of course. Wow, Christian, Matt.
Oh, my goodness.
We busted the budget on this one. We saved it for the playoffs.
When do I get my check?
As soon as it's over, you see this guy right here, you'll have your check.
Sounds good.
The line had to, the injuries forced some shakeups. Gagnon slides in for Lestage. Not everybody has a Gagnon on the bench that they can go to, but just talk about the big boys up front and what they were able to do tonight.
Hamilton brought a lot of different things today. They did a really good job, but I think on a whole, we really played hard tonight. We tried to limit the mistakes, and it proved to fruition when we had some big plays there at the end. But a guy like Phil, he could be a starter anywhere. We've got guys like Landon Rice, you got Sean Jameson. It's all guys who've been starters. So we're lucky we've got a lot of depth on the offensive line, and I think we have a great group and we work well together.
How good does it feel when you guys know you're going to run the ball at the end of the game? I know you're going to run the ball at the end of the game. 20,000 people know you're going to run it. Hamilton knows, and you can still run it down their throat.
I don't think I'm allowed to use those words on these things, but it felt great. Yeah. Honestly, we knew, they knew, everyone knew, and yet we come out and we bust that long one right off the bat. So it was a great feeling, and it just feels like you're dominating them in that moment. And I'll give them all the credit. They played a hard game all game long, but at the end, we gave it to them, so I'm happy about that.
You guys, I thought, you guys shoveled dirt on them, and Cody talked about this, but I thought it was a championship drive when you guys throw the interception in the red zone. They go on a long drive. You guys come back, find Jake Hardy in the end zone for a touchdown. How big of a drive was that in retrospect, and how proud are you of that, of executing there?
That's huge. That's a turning point in the game. They went and drove the field, like you said, and, if we don't respond to that, that's better for them. It gives them the momentum, but the fact that we came out and we just went all the way, and, it's one of those feelings that's great, and to see a guy like Jake get a touchdown in such a big game, I'm just really happy for him, and I was trying to chase him down in the end zone, but he was too busy flying away, so just really excited for the guys, and it's an incredible feeling.
Look, you know how the media works. You've been around a long time. The narrative all week is next week is going to be Alouettes 0-7 against the top 3 teams. Just what's the mindset going into that game, and do you use that as fuel? As hey, nobody thinks we're going to win? What do you make of that?
Just wait and see. I mean, a lot of people will say you can't beat the same team 4 or 5 times in a year, and we've done that twice now. So I know they were not above 500, but it's still a tough test every week. And Toronto, I don't want to take anything away from them. They're a great team, 16 wins. You can't deny that. They're a very good team. But how much better will it be? A better story if we can go in there, and we want the best team, and we want to beat the best team. And I'm just looking forward to it.
Congratulations. Thank you for stopping by.
I appreciate it.
Go
Thanks.
get your check.
I'll wait for my check. All right,
your
sounds
check.
good.
Somebody has your check here. Don't wait by the mail, okay? Christian Matt, écoute, grosse performance. Il faut souligner la grosse performance de la ligne à l'attaque ce soir. On l'a mentionné un peu avec Stanback, mais en fin de match, quand tout le monde sait que les Alouettes veulent courir le ballon, okay, on va se reprendre. Il faut parler à David Côté. Bon. Toute la semaine, David, il y a du monde qui doutait de tes capacités. Et toute la semaine, je leur ai dit, j'ai vu ce film déjà. David, il bounce back sans aucun problème. Juste parle-moi de ton focus, ton préparation ce soir, 4-en-4 avec les 2 extra points. Puis tu as réussi des placements de 40 verges aussi. Là. Juste parle-moi de la préparation et ta mentalité ce soir.
J'étais très concentré dès le début du match. Là, évidemment, je savais que c'était une game importante pour l'équipe, mais pour moi aussi, là, dernièrement, c'était pas. Je performais pas autant bien que je voulais. Donc, j'étais super focus. Ça a bien été dans le warm-up. Il y a la foule aussi qui nous a un peu transportés tout au long du match. Puis, très content d'avoir pu contribuer à cette victoire-là.
Jason Moss a mentionné hier lors de sa conférence de presse que tu es venu en plus de pratiquer, tu es venu à McGill une couple de fois cette semaine. Peux-tu me parler de ça? Tu étais avec qui? Est-ce que tu avais des coéquipiers avec toi ou c'était juste toi qui bottais?
Oui, on était les spécialistes. Donc, Joe, Reese et Osé avec LP, puis Alex Gagné aussi qui venait. On était tout notre petit groupe. On venait avec Byron avant les pratiques, durant les meetings des gars. Faire du travail d'extra ici, d'en profiter. On a accès au terrain ici, puis on joue ici en fin de semaine. On a joué ici, donc pour essayer de répliquer le plus possible une situation de match, puis ça a porté fruit.
On a parlé à Alex Gagné qui a pas mal dit la même chose, mais je trouve que les unités spéciales, toi en partant, mais même Gagné, coupe de gros plaqués, vous avez vraiment donné le ton au match. Est-ce que tu l'as ressenti, ça?
Oui, je suis d'accord avec ça. Depuis le début de la saison, les unités spéciales, je pense qu'on joue une grosse part dans l'équipe, puis on joue bien. Puis il y a eu des gros plaqués. Jake aussi, je crois qu'il a fait quelques gros plaqués sur kick-off. Puis non, c'est sûr que ça donne le ton au match. Puis c'est ça notre job. On essaie d'aider l'offensive et la défensive d'avoir un bon positionnement de terrain.
Il en reste 2, David. La semaine prochaine, c'est les Argos, fiche de 16-2. C'est quoi le challenge la semaine prochaine à Toronto?
On doit faire notre meilleur football. Ils l'ont prouvé que c'est la meilleure équipe de la Ligue en ce moment. On doit jouer du football parfait pour tenter de les battre. Puis on est très confiants en nos habiletés. Puis on va retourner au travail. Puis on va être prêt à la Toronto en fin de semaine prochaine.
Félicitations pour la victoire et la grosse performance, David. Content pour toi.
Merci beaucoup.
All right, let's go. David Côté des Alouettes de Montréal avec toute une performance ce soir. On l'a mentionné une couple de fois, mais 4-en-4 avec les 2 extra points. Donc, on va continuer à parler aux joueurs. J'aimerais parler à Jake Hardy aussi. Écoute, on l'a mentionné un peu avec Fajardo, c'est ça, on parlait de ça, mais la séquence à l'attaque, on va en parler en français, la séquence à l'attaque où tu es dans la zone payante, ça a l'air que tu vas marquer un autre touché et tout d'un coup, il y a une interception malheureusement. Hamilton reprend le ballon et il traverse le terrain et ils ont réussi un placement. La défensive a vraiment bien fait. Et ils ont réussi un placement et l'attaque embarque sur le terrain. C'est ça que Cody a dit. Il y a de l'expérience. Cody Fajardo a dit « J'ai gagné des matchs en série, j'ai perdu des matchs en série. Je suis revenu sur les lignes de côté et je me suis dit « J'ai déjà vécu des moments comme ça. » Donc, il est revenu, passe de toucher à Hardy. Écoute, il y avait des grosses passes complétées. Il y en avait une à Tyler Snead aussi sur deuxième essai long, 2e et 9, si je ne me trompe pas. Donc, quand même, c'est une grosse. Ça, c'est une séquence d'équipe championne. Tu sais, quand tu reviens, que tu rebondis après une interception dans la zone payante, c'est quand même énorme de faire ça et de réussir ces jeux-là. OK, donc, quoi d'autre? On va regarder les statistiques parce que, et même, je trouve ça intéressant ce que David Côté nous a dit. Écoute, les unités spéciales ont donné le ton au match ce soir. Écoute, à plusieurs reprises, Alex Gagné est rentré en force. Même chose pour Tyrese Beverett qui est rentré en force pour réussir des gros plaqués. David était parfait. Sur ses placements. Je trouve que sans avoir, et je dis que pas de gros jeu, quand je dis qu'il n'y a pas eu de gros jeu sur les unités spéciales, je parle de toucher, mais quand même, Letcher a réussi une coupe de gros retours. Philpott a réussi un gros retour aussi pour débuter la deuxième demi. Donc, il y a quand même des retours explosifs qui ont été réussis ce soir, mais pas nécessairement pour un toucher. Donc, je trouve qu'on n'en parlera pas beaucoup sur les unités spéciales, mais la défensive, mais les unités spéciales ont vraiment donné le ton à ce match. Okay, we have our next guest right here. You can jump in on this side. I like this outfit. This is cool. I like this. An all orange. Okay. Defensively tonight, I mean, again, you bend, you don't break. You can jump in here. Why are you staying outside? Come on, Ruff. Let's go. There's plenty of room for everybody. Deontay Ruffin's here. Deontay Evans is here. Yeah. Here we go. Okay. Let's go. Okay. Secondary tonight. I thought that you guys made a lot of big plays. I'm going to throw Stubblefield in there too because he made some big plays as well. Just talk to me about limiting, I know it was a team effort, but limiting Tim White. Because in years past, I know you weren't here, but Tim White ate the Alouettes alive. And even in the playoff game that Hamilton lost last year here, he had 150 yards receiving. How did you guys eliminate Tim White from the game plan tonight?
I think it was collectively. As a group, we kind of had it on our mind all week that it didn't really matter who was in front of us, that we wanted to dominate and that we were going to lean on each other and that we were going to be able to take away their strength and make them play left-handed, make them go to somebody else, make them check the ball down, and rally and tackle. Those guys are good over there, you know what I mean? They got some good receivers, but the thing about them is they don't really like being hit, you know what I mean? So it's no shade on it. It's just, I'm speaking facts, but they good players. It's just that, when we be physical, it take care of a little bit of the game plan.
Ruff, there was that 50-50 ball where 80 had got you on one point, but you came back on the very next play and you had that stop on that end around to White. Just talk to me about the focus of bouncing back and how much of a skill that is to kind of just forget about the last play and jump in and make the next one.
I believe it's something that at this position at defensive back you have to have a short memory. It's a long game. We play a offensive game, and a lot of times you just have to be ready for the next play. Everything won't go in your favor, but you just got to be ready for the next play and make sure you give it your all on every play.
Okay, Deontay, they mentioned this week that they were going to go with both quarterbacks. They waited till the very end to go with both. How much did that catch you by surprise, or if at all?
I don't think it really mattered. We saw Bo the previous week. He played a good, portion of the game. We already played Matt earlier in the year, so we kind of knew what he liked to do. So it really didn't matter. We just stuck to our game plan and make those guys be quarterbacks.
Ruff, you guys all season long, teams will drive sometimes. It's a CFL. Teams are going to move the ball. But in the red zone tonight, anytime they got anywhere close to your 30, not even the 20, you guys bend, you don't break. Just what is it about this defense, Noel Thorpe's unit, and what is it about you guys that you just say, hey, man, you guys aren't going to get any further? And at some point, they stop advancing the ball.
I believe that's something we just pride ourselves on. As a defense, we believe we're good at all levels, whether that's in the open field, in the red zone, on the goal line. We just believe we're the better ball club, and, we just take pride in that. We bend, don't break. If they make plays, cool, that's part of the game, but what they won't do is get in our end zone.
Yeah. Okay, Deontay, one more for you. I want to ask you about Stubblefield in particular, okay? Stubblefield got cut at the end of camp. We know the story. You end up getting hurt at the beginning of the year. They brought him back. Just what has he meant to this defense since being – he played field half, he played corner, he played Sam. Just what has he brought to this defense?
Tenacity. The guy doesn't give up, man. You can tell that he's been through it. Yeah. You know what I mean? He's battled, whether it's been football or outside his life. You could just tell he brings that passion. He brings energy, and he's just a resilient guy. Things may be hard in his life, but he knows how to fight through it. He's a ultimate competitor, and my guy's having a great season.
And Ruff, I want to ask you about two guys who made some plays tonight as well. What did Sankey and Lemon, those acquisitions, like Lemon got here at the end of July, Sankey got here the middle of September. What did those two guys bring to the defense?
Those two guys brought leadership mentality. You know, and on any team that plays football or play any team sport, you need leadership mentality. And those two guys lead by example. You know, they talk to us. They make sure all of us are in line, and you know they're leading by example, and that's the best thing to make people follow you.
We'll finish off with just your thoughts on Toronto next week.
Yeah, it's a great team. I know we got to come ready to play, obviously, you know. So, but we'll get the game plan. We'll settle down. We'll talk it up, and we'll get to work.
Just a couple close games against Toronto this year. Just what do you take from those two games in particular?
I take away from those two games that we had the close ones. It's just that we're right there. We can do it. Like, we know we can do it as a team. We have the confidence. We just have to put it all together for 4 quarters, and you know it'll work out at the end of the day.
Congratulations, guys. You were both great tonight. Enjoy the win. We'll see you next week in Toronto.
Appreciate you, Joey.
All right, take it easy, guys. Seontae Evans and Deontay Ruffin, 2 standouts in the secondary. Yeah, fine. It's about time. Let's go. I've been waiting for you. Let's go. All right. Let's go, Jake Hardy, the star of the show tonight. Jake Hardy. Look, man, I mean, it hasn't been easy for you by any stretch. You contributed a lot on special teams. I think, you know, prior to tonight, I think back, you had a lot of good games. The one in Calgary, you were outstanding. But you've had some good games this year. But to contribute on offense and to score that touchdown at that moment, what did that mean to you?
Oh, it means a lot. You know, I put a lot of hard work into this, and you know, to get the opportunity to step up and you know, help my team win is a great feeling. So it's just been something I've been doing my whole career. You know, when my number's called, be out there and make plays, do your assignment, and I was just glad we were able to do that.
You busted out some moves tonight. I didn't know you had. You had that catch on 2nd and long where you pumped the brakes. You made the DB miss. You got the first down. Just, you know, I think people lose sight of the fact sometimes, you know, with the Canadian receivers, they don't necessarily get the benefit of the doubt. But I think tonight you showed that you can play. You can play at this level. You can contribute on offense. Just what's your feeling, man, going into these playoffs? Just what was your mindset? You've got the starting assignment now. You're with these guys. I see you blocking. I see you chipping the ends. I think you might have chipped the end on that 2nd down catch too. Just what's your mindset coming into these playoffs, and how high do you think the ceiling is for you?
You know, honestly, just be relevant. Just do your assignment and go out there, work hard, and you know, just be confident in yourself. And you know, like I said, I've been doing this my 9th year. You know, in the league, and you know, it's just. You know, come this time, you just want to play your best football, and I feel like, you know, I'm confident out there, know the playbook quite well, and you know, just being a reliable receiver for Cody in the offense.
Okay, talk to me about the touchdown specifically. Can you walk me through the play? Just what'd you see?
Yeah, I know. I was coming into block. It was our 70 protection, so saw that my guy added late. Knew Cody was in the pocket for about 4 or 5 seconds, so I knew, you know, his progression. He was looking for an M route there, so got out on my M route, and you know, we were on the same page. He was able to hit me. Had a little bit of a bobble, but
did you really?
Yeah, it bobbled out my head a little bit. You know, I got a broken thumb right now, so I had a little cast out there. So no excuses though. But you know, yeah, I was able to get out there, catch it, and get into the end zone.
What a nicer play! You on the touchdown or Tuck on that? He bounced off a guy tonight.
Oh yeah, Tuck, man, Tuck the truck. Yeah, of course him. And also on my touchdown too. You know, we had huge blocks from Mac. We had huge blocks from all the boys. You know, after they saw me catch it, so that was great too. That was what got me into the end zone. So you know, it's just a team effort. You know, guys supporting guys and guys just doing their job.
Jake, I thought the drive, your touchdown, the catch that you made, I thought that's a championship caliber drive. You guys throw the interception in the red zone on the previous one. Hamilton marches the ball a little bit. They make it a 5-point game, but you guys bounce back. Did you feel like that was really is that the mark of a championship team, an offense that could come in and do something like that?
Definitely, man. You know, that's what makes up our offense. That's who we are. You know, we don't get rattled. You know, we just play one play at a time. When things you're gonna have lows, you're gonna have highs. You just gotta stay even, and just keep going. And that's just what this offense is. And we all believe in each other. We all know that we got we got it, and we're just excited to go to the next level.
I'm tweeting and taking notes during the game, so as soon as you scored, I'm tweeting. Did you have a good celebration? How's your celebration game? Was it all right?
It was all right. Yeah. I did the bird. I did the Alouette bird.
Right.
So I had to pull that one out. So. It was good though. Yeah, really, really exciting, and just excited to be able to celebrate with my teammates and stuff like that. And just it doesn't matter who gets in the end zone. We just want to come together at the right time, get hot at the right time, and I feel like we're doing that. I've been to 2 Grey Cups, and this team really, really feels like a team that's coming together at the right time, getting hot at the right time. So I really believe in us, and like I said, 1 down, 2 more to go, and we're just looking forward to playing Toronto.
Listen, Toronto 16-2. They haven't really run into any adversity this year. You guys had a couple close games against them. What's it going to take? You've been to the Grey Cup. You know how tough those finals can be. What's it going to take to get past Toronto next week?
Oh, it's going to take everybody. Everybody, every single play, 1 play at a time, hard work, all 3 phases, and we know that. And we know that we've had some close games with them, and we're just excited to go out there and show our stuff. And like I said, getting hot at the right time and just going in there with confidence. And this locker room is great, and all these guys believe. So we're really excited.
Congratulations, Jake. And hey, listen, man, hopefully a touchdown next week, too. I mean,
you never know.
It doesn't matter who gets in, but it's nice when it's you.
Yeah, you never know, hey.
All right.
All good.
Congratulations, Jake Hardy of the Montreal Alouettes. I think Darnell Sankey just came out. Darnell Sankey. Okay, perfect. So we'll talk to our player of the game. You guys voted player of the game. Let's take some time to read some comments. What do we got? The Birds were flying high tonight, especially on defense. That's from Zachary. Super victoire des Alouettes. La première étape est terminée. La prochaine étape, 2. That's Todd Bélanger. Bravo. Sean Lemon MVP from Mike. Ben, très belle victoire des Als, 27-12. Meilleur match pour Cody Fajardo. Sean Lemon. What else do we got? Les Alouettes ont gagné. Mario qui pose la question. Oui, les Alouettes ont gagné. Do you have to leave? Okay, it's all good. Next week. We're good. All right. Yeah, we're good. Als are tough. They're fighting every play. Great to see stand back. Keep banging. The D is explosive. Yes. Talked to 2 Williams stand back first. Williams stand back ran hard tonight. Even on the gains that were limited, Williams stand back ran the ball hard tonight. Stéphane, j'aimerais tellement qu'on se rende en finale. Fait déjà 25 ans, je regarde les Alouettes, puis on est dû. Écoute, ça en fait 13, Stéphane. Donc, ouais, écoute, moi aussi, j'aimerais ça aller à Hamilton pendant 1 semaine au mois de novembre. C'est pas quelque chose que j'anticipais dire dans ma vie, mais c'est bien correct. You're coming in? You sure? Okay, fine. I tweeted something nice about you from my personal account too, so okay. Lowell Uguak, number 96, is coming in. Okay. I mean, you had is he got the fan the love? All right. You had the big. You had the TFL on a run. You got in Schultz's face. You forced a bad throw and a punt. You knocked the ball down at the line of scrimmage. I mean, I keep talking to you every week. I keep praising you. I'm looking for something bad to say, but I can't. How much confidence do you have going into Toronto next weekend for yourself personally?
It's through the roof right now. I think it's through the roof for myself and for my teammates, and I'm really just happy to have been able to help them out as much as I did today. I don't go into any game with too many expectations. Just want to do my job, and today I feel like I did my job pretty well.
Yeah, defensively again, you guys had that, bend, don't break. Hamilton was able to move the ball at times, but you guys, you didn't give them up. You didn't give up much. You let them at 4 field goal attempts. One of them was from 51 yards out. Just how did you guys limit the damage that the Hamilton offense that does have explosive players that didn't make explosive plays?
They do have a lot of explosive players, and I feel like we did a really great job of shutting them out. We know how it is. We know what kind of defense we are. We know what we're capable of. And I think like today, this is the standard. Shutting out their best receiver, he sat down. He sat down last week, and he came in and played this week. And there's your answer on what happened. So I know at all levels, D-line all the way to the back, we know what it is. That's why I'm happy to have guys like Lemon around me and Mustafa Johnson, Mondo, the whole defense. We're all really, really good boys, and it shows on the field.
Yeah, Sean Lemon's coming up next. So you had the batted down ball. Mustafa had the batted down ball. Just how much do you guys work on that during the week? And Mustafa's led directly to the interception that led to the Austin Mack touchdown. It was a big point of the game. But you had some. Just talk to me about the art that is batting down the ball at the line of scrimmage, because I feel like it's not an easy thing to do, but just how much you guys work on that.
I think honestly it's just consistency. Get your hand up. You don't know what's going to happen sometimes. Sometimes you just get your hand up, you hit the ball, it's like, okay, there's a plus. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But I'm happy that we work it in practice, and it shows here. You know what I mean? And that's the type of stuff that I know that we're capable of. Hey, shout out Stubbs. Stubbs talks to me a lot on the field. The communication on the field is crazy. When you think about, I don't know if you guys see it, but the communication on the field is crazy, and that's why we're able to play so fast.
Yeah, this post game turns into a Reggie Stubblefield love fest every week, which is okay. Is okay. Congratulations, all the best next week. We'll see you in Toronto. All right, big dog. Well done. Okay. What's wrong with you? All right, we got Sean Lemon. ho-hum, another day at the office, 2 quarterback sacks, a big time, you're forcing punts. Just what'd you see from the Hamilton offensive line tonight? You guys, you made plays, whether it was sacks, batting down balls, tipping balls up into the air. Just what'd you guys do tonight defensively that led to all the success that you had?
Honestly, it's less about them and more about us. We just come out and play fast, play for one another. I'm fortunate enough to have the best secondary in the league, and gives me extra time to get there.
There was a lot of talk about they were going to go Schultz, they were going to go Bo Levi. I'm sure you guys were prepared for both. How surprised were you by the way they used the quarterbacks tonight? Bo didn't get into the very end. Did you have a feeling it'd be like that?
I had a feeling it'd be like that. Even before the game, I told TSN I'm going to sack both of them. So, great predictions.
Yeah, great predictions. Can you just... You got in here, I think your first game was late July. I think you came in the end of July against Calgary. You finished top 10 in sacks anyway. I mean, how did you remain so game ready when you didn't get game action and you came in and made a big impact on defense immediately?
Chasing my nephews, Case and Cairo around. Just going to work out and run and then chasing them around, playing with them. So, football is the easy part. I'm just thankful, man, for my support system that I have at home. And, just fortunate enough to play in this great defense for Coach Thorpe, who understands how to utilize my skill set. And I have the easy part, just come out and play fast.
What does Sankey bring to this defense when he got here in mid-September?
Leadership. I knew when he was available, and, you're talking back and forth here, that it would be a great fit. I played with him in Calgary. I knew that was the missing piece that we needed. I'm just happy that, whatever I could do recruiting-wise to get him here, and it worked out.
Listen, you've been around a long time. You know what the messaging is going to be from the national media all week. Montreal was 0-7 against the top 3 teams. 16-2. Toronto's not going to be an easy task, but to the people that doubt, what do you say to those people that are doubting you going into this one?
I'm just going to enjoy tonight. And give this win the respect it deserves. Celebrate with my teammates, and then we'll worry about Toronto on Monday.
How many sacks now? Like if we count all the playoff wins, do we know? Don't pretend like you don't know.
11.
11? So what are we at? 102, 103? 103 and 11? 1-4?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right, you're climbing up the list. You got about 5 good years left, right?
We'll see. We're going to take one week at a time, one day at a time, one game at a time. But I'm definitely having a lot of fun here. So, let the good times roll.
Thanks for this. Congratulations. Even though you hit me with some cliches, that's okay. It's all good. Thank you, Sean. All right, Sean Lemon avec 2 sacs du corps. Ce soir, on attend Sankey. On a Avery Williams qui est là aussi. Est-ce qu'on pourrait prendre Avery qui est là? Il est au téléphone. He had a big forced fumble tonight. Can we? Faudrait parler. Oh, je pense que c'était all good. You set the tone of the game. I got to talk to you on the way out. All right. Talk to me about forcing that fumble on Keandre Smith on the first drive. I mean, everybody knows this is a defense that forces turnovers. You guys finished second in the league, but to do that on the opening drive, how important was that to set the tone defensively?
Honestly, man, I have so many talented guys around me, so if I don't compete and I don't try to make big plays, I'm going to seem mediocre. So I just got these guys around me just pushing me, and it was a blessing to do that for my team.
What did Sankey and Lemon in particular? Guys, Lemon got here in July, Sankey got here in September. What did those 2 guys bring to this defense?
Just dynamic players, man. They can do a lot of different things for us, and you have to respect them when they line up somewhere. It's just like having me, Sank, and Bev on the field at the same time. You guys got to respect it. Y'all just can't leave us free. Yeah. So it's the beautiful part. It opens up plays for other guys.
Yeah. Just defensively tonight, I know it's not a one-man effort, but, Tim White has done some damage in the last little while against Montreal. Just how did you guys manage to limit him? I know secondary did a great job, but defensively as a whole, how did you guys take Tim White out of this game?
A lot of guys are unrealistic when it comes to playing against talented guys. They don't game plan against him. They say, oh, he's just another player. You can't do it like that. Well, our game plan worked. Our defense coordinator, Noah Thorpe, did his job, and we were successful.
You've been around a long time. You know the narrative of what's going to be all week. Montreal was 0-7 against the top 3 teams. Just what's the mindset and the feeling going into Toronto next weekend for an Ace final?
When the postseason starts, you're 0-0. Now we 1-0 in the postseason, so none of that stuff matters, man. It's all about what's going to go down at the Eastern Conference Final game.
Thank you, buddy. We'll see you next week. Congratulations. Avery Williams with a forced fumble tonight, a big-time play. We're waiting. It's a conférence de presse. Okay, sounds good. Can we try Bev? Perfect. On va essayer avec Bev. It's all good. Donc, il amène un bon point, Avery Williams. La profondeur des secondeurs que les Alouettes ont, c'est incroyable. Tu sais, à un certain point, il y a des snaps sur le terrain où tu as Avery Williams, tu as Tyrese Beverett et tu as Darnell Sankey sur le terrain en même temps. Et on va parler à notre prochain invité. Tyrese Beverett, I'm just going to say it, since you got to Montreal, Alouettes are 2-0 against the Hamilton Tiger Cats in the East Division semifinals. How good does that one feel?
Man, it feels great, man. It gives me great bragging rights. But most importantly, man, just bringing the wins to the city and, just turning around his legacy, it feels good.
Yeah. Avery Williams was just talking to us about, having you, him, and Sankey on the field at the same time at times. I mean, it's almost unfair, man. Just how dominant, how dynamic can you guys be when you three are on the field together?
I mean, we just pride ourselves being the leaders out there. We try to do whatever it takes to put this team, and especially the defense, in a great position. And having all the three of the guys out there is fun. I mean, any day could be one of our days. Yeah. And as you've seen today, Sankey had a few plays, picks, sacks, and then even Avery had a forced fumble. Yeah. So, you don't know you're going to get something good out of one of us each week. So,
what did Sankey bring to the defense when he got here in mid-September?
I mean, he's just physical. He's a physical player. He's going to run to the ball, and you got to watch over your shoulder because he's going to catch you at least once every game. And, just him bringing that intensity, it just makes our defense more physical.
You've seen Toronto a bunch of times this year. I know it was 0-3 against the Argos, but, there was a couple close games in there. Give me the very early scouting report, Bev, on Toronto next week.
I mean, honestly, the scouting report is just about us being ourselves. I felt like most of the times we played Toronto, I don't think we played a full, complete game. I don't think we played our game. So I think if we played our game, come out, the results would be in our favor.
Yeah, I asked a couple of the guys, just going back to tonight, you've been here for 2 years now. Tim White has had some good games against the Alouettes. How did you guys eliminate Tim White from the game plan tonight?
I mean, we just know they like to get explosion plays. We like to play top down and just not letting them get behind the defense, making them catch everything in front of us and just coming down and make the tackle.
They had mentioned that they were going to use both quarterbacks tonight. How surprised were you that Bo Levi didn't get into the game till the very end?
Honestly, I wasn't paying attention to things like that. I mean, whoever they came out with, I think we were ready for it. I think we prepared well this week to be able to be ready for both of their playing styles. So wasn't too worried. As long as we played our best game tonight, I felt very confident.
Can you just give me a little bit? I mean, you're on the field when the crowd is loud. Can you give me a little bit of the sampling on the crowd and just how much they helped tonight?
I mean, it's very electric out there, man. It just sends chills through your body when that second down comes and the crowd stands up and get loud. I think it's big for us. It gives us more of an energy. It gives us more of a push, more of a motivation. And, I appreciate this crowd. We got some loyal fans.
Look, 4-0 against Hamilton, 5 if you count the preseason, Bev. I know you guys did it, but just because you did it doesn't mean it's easy. Yeah. How tough is it to come out, not week in, week out, but every other week it seems, play Hamilton and beat them?
I mean, it's very tough. It's always tough. You play a team more than one time. They start getting a jump on you. They start knowing what's your tendency. So it's always tough to beat a team more than once. But like I said, we just know what we have to offer here. We know we have a special group here. Like if we play our game, I think, we'll put ourselves in a great position to go on this journey for the championship.
All right, well, congratulations. I think Alouettes Nation, I speak for all Alouettes Nation when we say we're thankful that Hamilton kept 21 and they let 26 come to Montreal because things have turned around since then. Thanks, Bev. Congratulations. Enjoy it.
Appreciate you. You have a good night.
All right. Tyrese Beverett of the Montreal Alouettes, the Defensive Player of the Year for the Alouettes. It was a big-time performance. Are we going to get Darnell? Or we will get Darnell. Okay, so we'll hang in there. We're hitting on 58 minutes, So let's keep rolling. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the Tiger Cats again. Some foolery some silliness at the end of the game there. That aside. Matthew Schultz tonight, I have a lot of respect for Matthew. Matthew's a good person and a good player. 13 of 23, 144 yards. An interception that was not his fault. Was a deflected pass at the line of scrimmage. C'est ça. Donc, on a posé la question à plusieurs joueurs. Le fait que Hamilton a mentionné qu'il voulait jouer avec les deux corps arrière. J'étais un peu surpris que les Tiger Cats... moi, je pensais que la deuxième demi allait commencer. On allait voir Bo Levi Mitchell, mais on l'a pas vu. On l'a vu juste en fin de match. Donc, j'étais un peu surpris. Ça me surprenait pas nécessairement que Schultz qui a débuté le match, mais un peu surpris que ça a pris aussi longtemps de le voir rentrer dans cette rencontre. Encore une fois, c'est pas nécessairement la faute à Matthew Schultz. Les Tiger Cats ont quand même bien couru le ballon, ils ont bien bougé le ballon. C'est juste dans la zone payante qu'ils n'ont pas été capables de marquer. Oh, we've got some family love for Bev, Phyllis Beverett. Just love Sean Lemon, Nicole says. He made a huge difference as soon as he came to Montreal. Oui, quel joueur ce Uguak? Absolument, c'est un très bon point. Félicitations à nos Alouettes. We need Coach Moss and Danny Mack. We'll try it. And Coach Moss is in the press conference room. We'll leave Danny Mack alone for tonight. The birds were flying tonight. Defense, all right. We read some of these comments. So we'll try to get there. We'll try to get Sankey in here in the next little while. But we'll see. This is an hour post-game show with no commercials. Is interesting. It's been fun, but it's been interesting. I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit. All right. How about Avery Ellis? Can we get Avery Ellis? Avery Ellis is there. Avery Ellis played a good game. He's right there. Yeah, so on va parler à quelques joueurs, mais encore une fois, on va parler un peu d'Hamilton. Ils ont bien couru le ballon. Si tu regardes ce soir, 83 verges pour James Butler sur seulement 13 courses. Matthew Schultz a couru pour 34 verges. Et il y a quelque chose qu'on a souligné, le couple de joueurs l'ont mentionné. Tim White, 0 réception, 0 verge, 0 touché, 0 verge après l'attraper, moyenne de 0, réception la plus longue, 0. Come in here, let's go. Donc, beaucoup de 0 pour Tim White ce soir. Okay, I was just talking about Tim White. A dynamic player, one of the best receivers in the league. I know it's not a one-man effort, but 0 catches, 0 yards, 0 yak yards, average of 0. How did you guys keep him in check tonight defensively, Avery?
Well, we knew that he was an explosive player. We knew that he had a lot to offer to their offense, and we keyed in on him. We didn't want him to score any, catch any, and we accomplished our goal. So we made sure that was an emphasis this week.
I thought you guys got after the quarterback pretty well tonight. You saw, you and Lemon and Uguak bring pressure. You guys all brought pressure. Defensive tackles made some big plays. Sure. Just what was the game plan from a defensive line standpoint, and why did it work so well?
Well, we understood what the O-line had, and we wanted to attack. Yeah. That was our main focus, was to attack them, to put pressure on the QB so that it can make air throws, and that's what we did.
Talk to me a little bit about Avery. You're Avery Ellis. He's Avery Williams. He made the first, he set the tone with the forced fumble early on. You guys have forced turnovers all year long. Just what is it about this defense that allows you guys to force all kinds of turnovers?
Honestly, it's a mindset, and it starts with our day 0, our day 1. Coach Thorpe comes in, he emphasizes that, right? Even in practice, we going after the ball, we picking up the ball. So credit to Coach Thorpe, credit to us, right? We always need someone to set the tone, and today it happened to be Avery.
Avery, the narrative, you've been around a long time this game, and the media narrative next week is going to be, well, Alouettes won 11 games plus an East semi, but they didn't beat any of the top 3 teams. Just what's the mindset going into Toronto next weekend? Do you shut that out? Do you use that as motivation?
Not really, because it's all about us, right? And we're going to go in, we're going to look at us, see what we did right, see what we could improve on, and get after it.
Congratulations, Big Dog. We'll see you in Toronto next week.
Appreciate it.
All right, let's go. And I got to give you a scouting report. Avery Ellis cooked for me. Again, the scouting report that was legit. Rice and beans, you took them to another level. Okay, let's talk. Okay, let me just ask. Okay, we did the content. People might have seen it. Cooking with Avery. You made mac and cheese. We've got another one coming. We've got a fun apple snickerdoodle, right? Okay. Just how did you get so good at cooking? Let's ask you. I mean, it's fun. We won the East semifinal. I can ask whatever I want.
Yeah, you can. How I get so good? Yeah. Practice and patience. I had a mom and a dad who worked a lot, so I was there to cook for myself. And sometimes they would leave me meals I might not want to eat. So I would watch Food Network and try and experiment. There were plenty of times I almost set the kitchen on fire, but luckily I didn't. So.
Avery Ellis made a macaroni and cheese that changed my life, and I have no problem saying that. So congrats on the win. Congrats on being an absolute fantastic cook. And before you die, make sure Avery Ellis cooks you a meal.
Check me out.
All right, thank you, Avery.
Thank you.
All right, Avery Ellis of the Montreal Alouettes. Nice enough to join us. We've got the coach is not far. Darnell Sankey's on his way, from what I'm told. I see Darnell Sankey as well. He's on his way back. On va parler avec Coach Moss qui est là et Darnell Sankey qui s'en vient aussi avec le trophée joueur du match Budweiser. Encore une fois, on l'a mentionné une couple de fois, mais Darnell Sankey ce soir, 8 plaqués, 2 sacs du corps, une interception. L'interception qui a mené au toucher de Austin Mack. Il s'en vient donc toute une performance et c'est le joueur du match Budweiser, Darnell Sankey, le numéro 1 des Alouettes de Montréal. I'm going to get the stats right this time, I promise you. Ouais. Oui, on parle au coach ou? All right. 8 tackles defensively, 2 quarterback sacks, an interception that led directly to 7 points. Just, you were in the zone tonight, man. Just talk to me about your performance and why you were so successful tonight.
It's all a testament to the team. I'm just, like I said, I'm just thankful, man. I'm just thankful for another opportunity to come out here and do what I got to do. I really want to give credit to the D-line, though. Like, they have such a hard job, and I don't think a lot of people really know, So I'm just thankful. I knew I had to have a big game tonight. I knew I had to come out here and do my thing and lead the defense, and that's kind of, that's what I wanted to prove, and I think that's what I did.
I don't know how well you know Mustafa Johnson, but I mean, he was an East Division All-Star this year, took his game to another level, and he's the one who tipped the ball up to you.
Yeah.
Just what could you tell me about Mustafa Johnson? Because you mentioned that the defensive linemen, defensive tackles don't get a lot of love.
No, he's a young player. That's his upside. He's young, and he's young and he's performing like he's performing. It's like, man, you can only get better. You can only improve and you can only go up. He's such an outstanding player. He's very smart. He's eager to learn more about the game, and he's a great addition to this defense.
They got their yards rushing tonight, but how did you guys keep Matthew Schultz in check? Because that was the big threat with his legs, but you guys seem to keep him in check for the most part. How'd you do that?
Yeah, like I was saying actually in the other room, we definitely, they came out here and hit us a little bit, and I think that's something that we need to go in the film room and look at. Sure, we had a great game, but I missed a couple tackles. I know we as a group missed a couple tackles, and we're going against a team like Toronto. That can't happen. They're gonna capitalize on literally every single opportunity. Schultz is he's a good quarterback too, but we just knew that we're a better team. We knew. So it's like, if we came out here and do what we had to do, we would win.
Thank you, buddy. Enjoy the win and enjoy the trophy. You got the Budweiser Player of the Game. The fans voted for you.
Yeah.
It took 21 weeks, but a defensive player finally won the Budweiser Player of the Game. So that's how dominant you were. Congratulations. We'll see you in Toronto next week.
Thank you.
All right, Darnell Sankey of the Montreal Alouettes, nice enough to join us on the show. All right, that's it. We'll give Jason Moss the week off. We've been going for an hour and 7 minutes. There's people holding equipment here. Their fingers are falling off. Donc, c'est tout pour ce soir. Les Alouettes remportent le match 27-12 contre les Tiger Cats de Hamilton. Les Tiger Cats 0-4 contre les Alouettes cette saison. Merci tout le monde. Visitez goalsgo.com. On a plein de contenu. Et juste pour vous rappeler, les abonnements de saison, vous avez un escompte de 30% si vous procurez un abonnement de saison avant le 19 novembre. Ça, c'est la journée de la Coupe Grey. Donc, si vous venez venir au stade tout au long de la saison, vous avez un escompte de 30% si vous procurez un abonnement avant le 19 novembre. So, season ticket memberships are on sale right now. If you pick yours up before the 19th of November, you get a 30% discount, or up to 30% discount on your season ticket package. Best bang for your buck in the city. Thank you to everybody who stopped by. It was fun. C'est à voix haute, tu peux le dire. But visit goalsgo.com, and we have all kinds of content coming out. Sam's going to have a great video. We've got articles. We've got plenty of stuff. And Hamilton lost, which is always a bonus and a nice fun. So have a great night, everybody. Bonne soirée tout le monde. Bonne fin de semaine. Et on se revoit pour la finale de l'Est la semaine prochaine.